So here we are in winter, a wonderful, wonderful time. And as far as seasons go, it is definitely one of them, and a time that we really ought to celebrate. It can be a time of pretty interesting challenges, especially for those who make their living outdoors. Cattle, strung from here to Sunday, nose to tail all afternoon, snaking their way to low ground down the trail went up last June. Temperature's just 12 degrees. With the wind chill, it feels worse, but I count it all a blessing, what most folks would call a curse. To be all day on the gather, bringing high-grazed cattle down, to still be part of something not much understood in town. To ride from can't see to can't see. No need for watch or clock to know I'm spending time well working hard to raise this stock. Riding ground my father rode, and his father rode before. There's not a lot of people these days can say that anymore. Of course, days like this will test you some, winter gnawing at your core, reminding you there are reasons others don't take on the chore. A feeling has long left my hands, about gone from my seat. Warmth a dwindling memory, still some hours till home fire's heat. Today it's snow and bitter wind, other times it's sun and dust. But regardless of conditions, being here for me is a must. Because I'm right where I figure is the only place for me. Because Cowboy's what I am. Cowboy's what I'll always be. Thank you. So winter is also a time, and the holiday time is a time when we often check in with people that maybe we haven't checked in with all year long. So it's a good reminder to do that, and a good reminder of the importance of friendship. Just to paint a picture of a visit. He knew his knock would one day not be answered. The day would come there'd be no stir within, no creak of step on aged wooden floorboards, no lifting of the latch, no come on in. No giving ear again to his grand stories of Badwin's Road and following the creed, his memories of a life well lived and cherished, no wish I had, regret, or unmet need. No sitting by the flicker light of candles, him hearing of old times, new hopes, new fears, a future that's now lonelier and harder with each new sunrise morning that appears. Each winter about this time he paid a visit to sit, listen, looking on his friend. The last few years both knowing but not saying. Each visit brought them closer to the end. This year he knows there'll be no answer. He knew it when he came around the bend. No chimney smoke, no window light, no footprints. There would be no more visits with his friend. The stillness of the cabin's what first struck him. And then the note left form on the wall. Said, I'm so glad you've come again to see me. So sorry that I've missed your final call. But knowing one day soon I will not waken, I leave this note to greet you if I've passed. I'm thankful for your friendship, always have been. I knew you'd be here for me till the last. The visit. Thank you. And of course, this time of year is a time of traditions. And of course, the Christmas tree is one of those for a lot of people. We were coming up on Christmas. In fact, it was Christmas Eve, which had me out with Scotty D and a brand new hand named Steve. We'd all recalled our younger days when home this time of year with Mom and Dad and family, how a Christmas tree brought cheer. But despite our recollections, we'd not thought to bring one in, and so now, better late than never, our searching would begin. We were looking for a nice one to haul to the waiting crew. We were looking for perfection, not just any tree would do. So we passed on Midland prospects and continued on our quest. Oh, we'd searched till we were sure we'd dang sure found the best. And that plan was working fine till daylight turned to night, and that's when we decided the next one would be just right. And that's when good old Scotty D let out a whoop and yell, "Why, looky boys up on the ridge, it's a tree, and gosh, she's swell." Well, sure enough, he'd spotted one, so we rode up to it quick. It was small and kind of scraggly, but it'd have to do the trick. So we hauled it to the bunkhouse to reveal the evening's find. If the boys were disappointed, they sure kept their comments kind. "Come on, let's get this tree spruced up," Bob said, grinning at his pun. "If we get to decorating, we can pronto get her done." Danner hung a silver buckle he'd won bucking at the fair, which got us all to pitching in our own bits of cowboy fare. Chester wired on some conchos, jingle bobs, and fine head stall, strung raw-mel reins like popcorn strings with a "Merry Christmas, y'all." Ned eased a few loose silken threads from the seams of his best vest. Then, pretending they shined like tinsel, he hung them where they looked best. We each and all participated, adding what we could, and then stood back and all agreed. Scotty's tree looked mighty good. Next year, I expect we'll search farther and get an earlier start. But I don't believe we'll ever find any tree that holds more heart. Merry Christmas.